So common errors that are found on the road test. So we're just slowly picking up our speed, and then you have the chevron alignment signs to the left, so they tell you that this is a really sharp curve. So now you want to start picking up your speed and accelerating up. So a lot of beginning drivers kind of react a little bit slow because they're learning, and it's heavy traffic in the morning. So we want to stay in this lane, and you're going to go north, stay in this lane. So you're going to see a nice expressway merge, good speed control coming off the ramp. On the road test, they're going to check to see if you're looking over your shoulder for blind spots. So once we get on the ramp, you want to accelerate up to speed. So I would turn on that left turn signal, which is down, and then start picking up. So right now we are about at 35. So we got to push that gas, pop that gas pedal up. Yes. And now you're accelerating, staying smooth, and you want to look over your shoulder and get into the first lane. That is a beautiful merge. Hey, that's beautiful. Beautiful merge. So you're right up to speed, you're maintaining it, and it does take time. You won't have good merges overnight. You want to stay smooth, not overturn. Great job, good speed control. And it's a little bit windy out here, so you'll see us kind of drifting left to right, and you want to settle down and just take your time. I want you to get over one lane to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot, accelerate through that lane change. That is a good lane change. So a good lane change is effortless, it's smooth. You want to keep the speed up and have good lane position. So it's really windy out here. So good DMV testers, good road testers will allow for that. We're maintaining our speed and position. We're smooth. We are not going to hang around the truck's blind spots, so our speed and position are nice. We're looking ahead. It is a little rainy in the morning. That could bring a little bit of anxiety, but the first thing if you have anxiety is to admit you have anxiety. And if rain is a trigger, make sure you have good windshield wipers. Make sure you can see. We all have triggers that bring on anxieties. So don't let that put a strangle on a good drive. So our drive is good. It's a little windy. It is rainy. So you just have to stay smooth. You got to keep up great speed control. Fantastic drive. And you just have to be ready for all conditions, because they'll do the road tests in some locations around the world and around the U.S. They can do road tests 24 hours a day because there are hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions of people who want to take their road test. So my job is to prepare you for the road test to help you reduce errors. We're really smooth on the curve, great speed control, and it is a nice drive. So traffic is catching up to us. Our speed control is good. That's a really good lane change for them. About 4 blinks, they're getting over because the left lane is the passing lane. And it's still windy, so we're kind of drifting to the left a little bit, so we're just cleaning it up. You're going to have small errors, but the thing you want to look at, can you demonstrate vehicle control? So we're nice and smooth, we're taking our time, we're good. And a common error is to look down. So if you look down at your speedometer, you're going to be all over the road. Very smooth drive, nice lane positioning. As you can tell, people are flying in the morning, so you have to maintain your speed and position. You see the passing lane working the way it's supposed to. The car just got over. You have another car merging on, so don't panic. It's a matter of learning the process. And if you had good instruction in your level 1 and level 2, you'll be consistent. And if you practice in your permit phase, you're going to pass your permit test. So our speed control is nice and smooth. We're going to go ahead and make a lane change to the right. So it's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. We don't want to drop speed. That is fantastic. That's a good lane change. The wind is kind of pushing us a little bit to the left, but our position is good. Our speed control is nice. We're taking our time. So I look for consistency in my drivers. Occasionally we have errors, driving errors in terms of drifting or losing speed, but our speed control is really, really good. So that's what I'm looking at. So we have our edge line to the right. So the edge line is let you know where the edge of the road ends. So if your car broke down, you can get over to the right, but you have to be careful because cars can rear end you and hit you. We have our warning line to the left. Speed control is really nice. Maintain speed and position. This is an open lane. We're in the middle of the pack. The pack of cars is ahead of us. We have a pack of cars behind us. This is a passing commute, a passing drive. Nice speed and position. Occasionally beginning drivers look down, checking the speedometer too long, which you could get marked down for. But you notice that I'm always saying check the mirrors, look around you, who's behind you, who's to your left, who's to your right. Our speed control is really smooth. The pack is catching up to us. So 2 blinks is about normal, but ideally we want 3 blinks. So now we're just keeping our space, we're taking our time. The speed control is really nice. And if you look at us, most people are at the speed limit. So we're pretty good here. We're doing what we need to do. So we're in the correct lane. We're going to be getting off in about 1 mile. 4 blinks. That's a pretty good lane change. So you get reaffirmed when you see drivers who have good driving practices, and it makes you a little sad and scary. Like this car is not using a blinker, and that car had 3 blinks. So you just want to increase your following distance, take your time, and be that defensive driver. This car to the right is off the road. That's a cut in. So just want to keep your space, take your time. We are adjusting our speed. We're doing a great job. However, we don't want to lose too much speed, but the speed control is really good. So around the curve, we're going to be getting off at this exit. So I would turn on right turn signal now, which is up, and I would start slowing down because you're going to hit a really sharp curve and you want to reduce your speed. So squeeze that brake. I'm saying that to all of you. You want to squeeze the brake. Now you have control. A common driving error is students come off this curve too fast and they go all the way to the left. That scares the road tester. It scares you, and you're going to jerk the wheel. So our speed control is really smooth right now. We're going to squeeze that brake more because it's like a little S curve and it goes into 2 lanes. Oh yes, we are looking to the left, checking traffic. I see, learning, and that's what you're supposed to do because you want to know what traffic is doing. So we have our warning sign. There's traffic coming from the left and we are in the right lane. So we're just reducing our speed, taking our time, going around the curve. And good, we have green arrows so we can continue to accelerate through. And then once we cross the white line, turn on left turn signal, and we want to get over to the left lane. So we want to get over to the left lane, and then we want to start slowing down. We want to keep on our blinker, and that's going to go ahead and get us in. So this is the middle lane for turning, and there's usually a triangle on this type of vehicle. So we're just going to wait right here, and this lane is for turning. So we want to wait because oncoming traffic has the right of way. And then once it's clear, we're going to go ahead and make our left turn. So we're going to go ahead and turn in, and the turning arrows on the ground, we want to stay to the right because the middle lane is for left, and we want to turn on left turn signal. We're going to go in and park. So turn that wheel, nice, and we want to continue to have good speed control, and we're going to go ahead and park. And we're going to turn that wheel, and parking is on, yes, this is stall parking. Go up a little bit more. Now turn that wheel, keep turning, and we're going to go up and straighten up the wheel, turn out hand over hand. One more turn to the right, and beautiful. So let's kind of review. We're going to go ahead and put it in the park. We are in the lines. So let's kind of review. We had great speed control. It was a smooth drive. We saw cars who didn't use blinkers. You always have to have space. And it was a wonderful, wonderful drive. So it's all about learning, being consistent, being aware of cars, and being that defensive driver. So this was a passing road test, and we did a great job. So it's all about getting your certificate, getting to the DMV, and we'll talk more about the pandemic and the DMV great job.